You're watching Rose-Hulman men's basketball on the Indiana Sports Network.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, the U.S. News & World Report's #1 engineering school in the United States that offers a master's as its highest degree for 18 consecutive years. Rose-Hulman, where you come to find yourself. Find yourself through personal growth, through personal development, through study, research, and invention. Rose-Hulman, your home for academic and athletic excellence.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
If I crave something, I have to
And welcome to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology for a crucial ball game for Rose-Hulman. The women are going to play in a crucial one as well at Franklin. Franklin's men's team is here at Rose-Hulman, and it is one of the most important games of the season. My partner is Walter Gordon. I'm Herb King. We're going to bring you all the exciting action of Rose-Hulman basketball here on Indiana Sports Network. And when we say it's important, we keep saying this over and over, but each game has been really important, and it builds as this season has progressed.
You know, it's kind of like the boy who cried wolf. Wolf, wolf, it's an important game, important game. Well, yeah, they're all important, but, you know, when you get down to the end of the regular season, everything is on the line, postseason versus sitting at home, you know, maybe hosting a team versus going on the road. Everything on the line for both of these two teams today, and this is so important. And it's a fun atmosphere, as you will see the great crowd here tonight already coming in. It's a great atmosphere when you have everything on the line on the last game of the regular season. I know Commissioner Jones and his staff, they are just giddy, but also kind of nervous because when the results started pouring in, then they'll be able to come up with the seeding.
And that's the issue. The results have to pour in because we've changed the framework of what the HCAC does for their conference tournament. Right. It's not an everybody in, but it's getting closer. There's 8 teams now that will vie for the conference title in a tournament format where there normally would be 6 in a regular opportunity, but because of COVID and multiple cancellations throughout the season, they've decided to go with an 8-team format. But to include teams in the 8-team format, it's based on power rankings. Right. The computer power rankings is what it's based on. And so these teams will be vying for it. Rose-Hulman could win and still find itself in 5th place if one of the scenarios, now that's not the normal scenario. Right. Currently they're 2nd place in the conference because of this power ranking.
And when you look at, waiting on the computer to give you your results, I know there are plenty of college coaches across the nation in all divisions that just love that scenario, don't they? When you look at, not exactly having to go by the 1 losses, but having to worry about computer rankings and things of that nature. But that's just the way it is for this year here in the conference because of the unbalanced schedules. Some teams have been able to play more than others, and to try to make it fair to make it so that you're not putting more weight for a team that played a more robust schedule because they were healthier. We've got to even it out some way, and one of the ways is to include 2 more teams and also to go by the power rankings.
And that will allow teams that were on the fringe to guarantee and make the conference tournament.
But then there's another fringe after that, unfortunately. There's always a fringe, isn't there?
There's always a fringe. But if you're looking at it, 1st place right now in the conference is Hanover. They're 14-3 in the conference, 18-4 overall, and they are the cream of the crop in the men's game for the HCAC. 2nd place right now is Rose-Hulman. They're 9-7 and 13-9 in conference play. but the teams that follow them, Defiance, Transylvania, and Anderson, all are within striking distance of second place. So second through fifth, we really don't know what's going to happen at the end of the night. So when we walk away, Rose-Hulman can win. We know they're in the tournament, but we just don't know if they're going to host on Sunday. You'll have to check on the internet and make sure you check Rose-Hulman's page to see what's going on with the men. For the ladies, it's virtually the same kind of thing.
It is, and when you look at, of course, Transylvania at the top, and then I think Bluffton in second, and then Rose-Hulman third. And when you look at that, you know, Rose-Hulman trying to go to Franklin, get a big victory, hoping that Bluffton hangs on, beats Defiance. I know Defiance, Bluffton's playing the only doubleheader tonight in the conference. So you know, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer for the men's seedings because of that 8 o'clock-ish start at Bluffton. So the Defiance Bluffton game, a lot of eyes will be on that. I know hopefully in a moment check the score. I know Bluffton was up 12 in the fourth quarter, so we're go Beavers, you know, Bluffton fans. So there's going to be a lot of rooting interest tonight as the night goes on.
Actually it's like this. It's called Biden Beavers.
Okay, whatever it's called, man, I'm all for it right now, baby. Let me tell you, we're all in. What's that again?
Biden Beavers.
Biden
like
Beavers.
That, man.
Let's go.
And with that, we'll pause. We'll come back with more talking about Rose-Hulman basketball here tonight on Indiana Sports Network.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
Melty cheese, grilled onions, and steak on this foot-long Philly are so flavorful.
Man, do I love a good steakhouse.
Steak out, nice.
You would not believe what they are doing in there.
Making cheesesteaks?
What are you, one of them?
It's your last chance to try a classic or spicy foot-long Philly. Hurry in today.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology as we prepare our pregame show here for the Franklin Rose-Hulman basketball game. And again, boys or men's version here at Rose-Hulman. Big ball game. Again, Rose-Hulman finds themselves second place in the conference today, right now.
Right.
But at the end of this is where they want to be in that second or third spot.
They really do. And one game can change things so much when you look at where Rose was at this time last week or after the midweek game earlier this week. They were in third place behind Anderson. They beat Anderson. Anderson plummets all the way down to the fifth spot. So one game can change so much. Of course, the main thing, number one for Rose-Hulman, you got to win this game if you want to have a chance to host. And so, you know, it doesn't guarantee anything. You would love to be in a situation where you're guaranteed to host quarterfinal game, but you got to start with that win. And so Rose-Hulman playing some pretty good basketball. Franklin winning their last two games, beating Bluffton and Defiance. So they're coming off of a 2-game win streak, trying to get their first 3-game win streak since very early in the season. So, you know, both teams looking to make some hay here tonight and get a win on the last game of the regular season.
Well, we talked Hanover right now is the cream of the crop for the HCAC, but they can be beaten, and they have been beaten.
Yeah.
But the second through about, really all the way down to the 8th place team.
You're right.
In this one, anybody can win. And they've proven it throughout the season. We've had really odd wins that have happened, and we look and say, okay, how did this team win the ball game, and then how did they win by 20 or 30?
Right.
And that was Rose-Hulman this last week. They win a ball game by over 20 points, and we're like, whoa, how did that happen? And that's just consistently what's happened. The conference has been inconsistent. That's the consistency of the whole thing. We don't know what's going to happen. It's going to be exciting basketball one way or the other.
Yeah, we looked at last game, Anderson just, quite frankly, they were ice cold and just couldn't hit shots and turned the ball over way too much. Rose-Hulman took care of the ball pretty well. They didn't scorch the nets. They shot 40%, which is just a tick below their average for the season. But they did just enough and just didn't let Anderson get comfortable at any point during the game. And you were seeing Anderson earlier in the season smack down Hanover by 30 points, and that in their gymnasium where they averaged 1,100 fans per game. So Anderson, a tough environment. Rose-Hulman went there, a big, tough win, and you just have to follow that up. That game means next to nothing if you don't win this one.
Yeah. And that's the whole point of the season is you want to make sure the regular season sets up what goes on in tournament play. And for Rose-Hulman, it's a big opportunity for the Fighting Engineers to step forward and really get after it. One of the things that we'll talk about here in just a second, but football players came up to us and they're like, hey, you guys are the ones that do the football games, right? Yeah. And so they were excited, and they're like, look, we're all going to be here. All the football team's going to be here. We're going to cheer on the basketball team tonight. And so these guys have taken a little break from their studies. Normally, you don't see a huge crowd at Rose-Hulman, and people ask me, like, why does that happen? It's very simple. At the #1 engineering school in the country, they're studying. And it's not like a joke. They study over and over. And with that opportunity tonight, they've taken a break because they've been asked to. They know it's an important ball game for the athletic programs here at Rose-Hulman. They want to see the men have an opportunity for a conference championship, just like the football team did. And within that, the football team's going to back the men's basketball program tonight and see if they can maybe give a little more of a home court feel for the Rose-Hulman Fighting Engineers.
It makes a big difference when the students are in the house in the Hulbert Arena. I don't care if it's volleyball or basketball, these indoor sports. It makes a tremendous difference when the football players come. They are very loud. It makes not lots of noise. They cheer on their classmates and their peers. It's going to be a loud and raucous environment here tonight as fans still pouring in. I would think that probably the biggest crowd of the year. There have been several games where we were not allowed to have any fans, unfortunately, because of COVID spikes. That has been lifted. Folks are coming in wearing masks and things of that nature, doing what they need to do to come watch some awesome Rose-Hulman basketball.
And excitement. We had a lot of parents coming in. One set of parents, Henry Krasuski's parents, a 6'8" freshman from Naperville. His parents came over and talked to us a little bit before the ball game. I know they're excited to be here.
That's right.
They haven't been down to Terre Haute from Naperville in a while, and they were excited just to come down and get to see their son and see an opportunity to win and put themselves in a position to win a huge set of basketball games this weekend. And with that, we're going to pause and we're going to say so long here for just a minute, and then we'll be right back with the starting lineups. You're watching Rose-Hulman basketball on Indiana Sports Network.
Introducing Sonic's new Car Hop Classic with double the beef, double the cheese, and now double the choices. Try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or slinger with tots for just $2.99. Get them now, ending soon.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s, Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
From 1971
to 2021, Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for Auto, Home, and Life.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And here are the starting lineups. First of all, for Franklin. Number 3, Trey Flatt, for a freshman from Indianapolis. Number 11, Cody Samples. Number 15, Carter Crow. Number 31, Ryan Wiggins. And number 40 is Matt Krause.
And now, fans, get on your feet. It's time to meet the starting lineup. At forward, the 6'7" junior from Chicago, Illinois, number
0 is Vuk Juric. Number 3 is Bradley Harden. And number 15 is Jackson Cabrick from Jasper, Indiana. Number 23 is Willie Bowman from Germantown, Ohio. And in the middle will be number 42, Miles McGowan. He's a freshman from Indianapolis. This is a starting lineup they used at the Anderson ball game, and it doesn't have all the leading scorers. It just has a lot of hustle players, and these guys really got them off to a good quick start, and we'll see if they can do that this evening here at Rose-Hulman. Again, a big ball game for the Fighting Engineers. They find themselves in second place in the conference, and with a win, they'll make it in the conference tournament, but they'll be seeded either 2 through 5, depending on what happens with the rest of the ball games, and that's due to the power rankings that'll take place.
A lot of score watching going to happen tonight, Herb, let me tell you.
Krause will jump it up on the inside against Miles McGowan. Tips up and controlled by Rose-Hulman. Harden with the basketball. Trying to set that double screen. Here it comes. Looking, high post. They'll give it up to McGowan. Juric will hand it back to Harden. And again, McGowan gives it up to Bowman. Willie on the drive. He'll put it up. No, pulls it back outside. Open look. Off the baseline with the runner. And it's good by Bradley Harden.
Very nice ball movement on the first possession of the game there to get the first 2 points of the contest.
Outside to Krause. They'll give it back out to Wiggins. To Flatt. On the outside is Crow with the drive, and he'll kick back outside. Open look for a three, and shots up and no good, and a rebound by Cabrick as Wiggins couldn't pull the trigger and hit that one.
They'll 1 through 5. They'll shoot the three from anywhere. Not everybody shoots it as much, but they're all capable three-point shooters. Got to be careful when you're helping your teammate on the defensive end tonight.
Harden off the Zurich screen, can't get it to Bowman. Lob inside, and it's stolen away. And a good defensive play that time by Ryan Wiggins. 2-0 is our score. Again, Franklin with the basketball. Kraus off the screen, will put it in the corner. Three-point shots up, no good, and rebound to Zurich.
These are two really good rebounding teams, Herb, and it's going to be interesting to battle the boards tonight. It's going to be very interesting.
Willie Bowman gets stopped on the drive. He'll pull it out. Good ball reversal by Rose-Hulman. Cabrick off the screen, feeds to Zurich, but it's stolen away, and a nice defensive play by Trey Flatt.
Boy, the pick and roll worked so well the first time these two teams played this year, so you can see the emphasis there defensively for Franklin, trying to shut down that pocket pass.
Trey Flatt, a freshman from Indianapolis, gives it out to Wiggins and into Crow. With the drive, he'll kick it out to Flatt. Flatt using the screen will drive again. Wiggins now trying to go inside, and down on the floor is
good effort, Bowman.
And the ball's tipped out, and a shot clock violation should give the basketball.
It should be 1 second.
1 second on it. They're going to say 1 second on the shot clock.
What effort by Willie Bowman to get on the floor, hustle after that ball. One of the reasons why he's in the starting lineup, the hustle.
Looking for the lob, they'll give it up. Shots up and got it in.
Could have been
really nice play and a good out-of-bounds play by Kraus. Go. Cabrick on the drive at the other end, and they give and take. They beat him down on the floor for an easy layup. It's 4-2 Rose-Hulman.
You got to love the push there for Rose-Hulman. When you see the opportunities to push, you got to take advantage of that.
Immediately, three players are up for Nate Conley off the bench for Franklin. Flatt kicks it back out to Wiggins, trying to back down on Zurich.
Stay down.
They stayed down. Nice play. Crow for three. Can't get it to go, and rebound comes out to Harden.
Got to play the percentages there. He's going to miss some shots, but he'll make some as well.
Bowman, who can shoot the three, he'll take it this time. Can't get it to go. Rebound up, and a high jump that time by Cody Samples with the board.
Samples, a really intriguing freshman, learning how to run this team here at Franklin.
With the drive inside and almost traveled with it. They didn't give it to him. Again, three-point shot up, no good. Tipped out, and everybody's after it, and a loose basketball picked up by Samples, and they're going to say a shot clock.
I've got to mix up. They're going to have to put some time back on the shot clock. It didn't reset after they hit the rim. And that's going to give us a chance for multiple substitutions coming in the game for both teams.
For Rose-Hulman, it'll be Max Chaplin, number 5, into the ball game, and along with 55, and that's Trey Wirtz.
For Franklin, coming in the game, Lynn King, also Jalen Love, and this King, I think you're gonna like him. He's a really intriguing freshman as well from South Bend.
With the drive, again, freshman abound for Franklin. They've got some really good ones, 22
Sophomore
as well. Shot, forced three, can't get it to go, and a rebound will go out of bounds. It'll be Rose-Hulman basketball.
Exceptional defensive effort there for Rose-Hulman on that possession. Hicks in the game that time, guarding Kraus. That's the guy. You're going to have to watch him. You don't want to help off of him. You got to know where he is at all times on the court.
High post, they'll give it up to Hicks, who entered the ball game for Rose-Hulman. Terry Hicks with it again, looking inside. He'll drive. He'll put the shot up off the glass and got it.
Terry Hicks coming off the bench there as a young man is such a threat, being able to facilitate and also get his own points as well. 4-point lead for the Engineers.
Outside again, Kraus. They'll feed King at the high post. He uses the bob and weave on it. Can't get it to the outside, and Will to Samples. He'll drive, kick it into the corner. Three-point shot up and good this time by Logan Hudgens, sophomore from Louisville.
That's one that you'll live with, that corner three. You got to know who your shooters are. That's one that, you don't want to give them a wide open shot, but that's one that you'll live with.
Kaberg with a drive, short shot, can't get it to go, and a rebound comes out to Matt Krause.
And you can see the effort on the glass both ways for both of these teams. These are two really good rebounding teams.
Krause to King out on the top. Still looking outside, trying to find Jalen Love. King with the drive, puts a shot up and in.
The young man is athletic. He's physical. He is very twitchy. This is a young man going to continue to grow in stature and experience here at Franklin. He's going to be a load for a while.
1 point lead for Franklin. Make that a 1 point lead for Rose-Hulman as Max Chaplin, the leading scorer for the Engineers, puts his first basket in. It's 8-7.
First time these two teams played this year, 71-64 win by Rose. It was nip and tuck the whole way. Would expect the same here tonight.
Again, outside to Krause. They'll give it up to Samples, who will drive in the lane, puts a shot in the corner, back to the outside with the three-point shot. Was Love, tipped around, rebound, and another shot, and wow, what a finger roll that time by Logan Hudgens.
It sure was. Hudgens making a couple of plays here tonight. Another offensive rebound. A couple of rebounds have been tipped by Rose-Hulman and they're not able to be gathered, has led to points for Franklin.
Kabrick looking to get rid of it. He finally does. Gives it up to Trey Wirtz. Wirtz on the low block. Puts that little short hook up, and Wirtz hits it. And we're tit for tat on this one. It's 10-9 as teams going back and forth with the lead. With that 1 point lead now is Rose-Hulman. Franklin with the basketball. They'll pass it out to Love. Out to King. He traveled with it, but they didn't get the call. Feed inside, tipped out of bounds. It'll be, they give it to Rose-Hulman.
Yeah, because they didn't get the travel, they gave us the tip. All right.
Timeout on the floor. Rose-Hulman leads 10-9.
Some say that our approach to selling wooded ground is crazy. I prefer to think that we're nuts.
Beech.
Walnut.
White oak.
Hickory. We feel having an agent who is nuts about your property helps us attract more customers, making us, well, poplar. For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. Ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health. Healthier together.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And the score is 10-9, 13:30 left to go here in the first half. And Rose-Hulman with a 1 point lead. It's been back and forth, and we'll see this all night. I anticipate this to be a very close ball game, and one of those that neither team is going to have a huge advantage. Into the ball game for Rose-Hulman, Zachary Jackson, the junior from Franklin, Tennessee, who's seen some action in the last couple ball games. Duff also into the ball game with the drive, puts it up, can't get it. Rebound to Hicks, rebound to Wirtz, puts the shot up and in. Trey Wirtz with a basket. It's 12-9 Rose-Hulman, and they put Jackson in because Jackson is a very good defensive player. You can see him just hawking out in front. Zachary Jackson, number 11.
He and Harden the last several games have been giving good pressure on the ball defensively full court.
Rose-Hulman will play as deep as 12 players in the first half. And again, King down low, puts it back outside and gives it up to Hudgens. Back to King. King looking and sizing up Wirtz. Will step back, puts a shot up, and got it.
What a tough step back there, Herb, at the horn of the shot clock. And what a big shot right there is, go to the bench and you can get a couple of buckets here in the early stages of this game.
Chaplin outside to Duff. Gives it up to Jackson. Jackson trying to use the Wirtz screen. Fumbles with it a little bit. Wirtz cross court, and he'll give it up. Now inside is Hicks, and he puts that one up. Terry Hicks, the junior from Fishers, and it's 14-11 Rose-Hulman.
Hicks has a little bit of size there on Hudgens, who was trying to check him.
Again, feeding the ball outside. They'll give it to King.
Surprised to see an early break by Kraus here in this game.
Love has it stolen away. Duff with the basketball in the open court. Lead pass to Hicks. Cross out to Chaplin. Uses the board. Can't get it. Rebound to Jackson. Gives it to Wirtz inside, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
You got poor Lynn King there, just got a foul, and he just happened to be in the way. Wirtz got the contact, and King just on the bad end of that.
Timeout called. We'll take one as well. 14-11. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Shopping for a new car? Don't settle. Welcome to Your Deal, Your Way with York VIP. New vehicles in production arriving daily. Select your model, trim, and color. Reserve it. Find the car you want without the hassle. Easy and fast. Get VIP access at yorkchevy.com/VIP. Start online today and we'll show you why we're not number one. You are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
Sonic's $2.99 Car Hop Classic. A juicy quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a flavorful signature slinger with golden brown crispy tots. A deal so nice, you should order it twice, because it's only $2.99. Hurry in for a Car Hop Classic, ending soon.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And thank you for watching this evening as Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive are all our sponsors that we'll be using this evening. We want to thank our sponsors for stepping up to help us broadcast Rose-Hulman basketball here on Indiana Sports Network. At the line will be Trey Wirtz. And Trey, the big graduate student, 6'7", from Cold Spring, Kentucky, will step to the line. Rose-Hulman leads by 3. And again, the defensive pressure by Rose-Hulman with some of these guys has really been tuned up the last couple of weeks.
It really has, and that's when you look at this team, it's got to start with the defensive end. It's got to be a really concerted effort to get stops. You can't just try to outscore teams in this conference. We have some really good scoring teams, but we can play exceptional defense. That's really going to help out.
Really nice job. Wirtz hits both free throws, and Vuk Juric steps in immediately in substitution, and that'll stop the clock and force Franklin to move the basketball all the way up and down the court as Samples brings it up over the 10-second line. Stolen away. Juric had it. Tipped it up to Jackson. He'll drive, gets it, and a rebound by Terry Hicks.
Terry Hicks following the play, got the rebound and the stick back as Vuk Juric stuck his hand in there. All started by, Zachary Jackson picked up that foul, but all started on the other possession with his on-ball defense of the freshman Samples. Kind of slowed him up a little bit. Juric stole the ball, and then it started that transition opportunity. Jackson right there back at it, just trying to smother the freshman. Take some time so that they start their offense with around maybe 20 seconds as opposed to getting up and having 25, 26 to work with.
King with the basketball. He'll kick it back to Samples, and they'll try to run the offense.
Got to fight through screens today, Herb.
Solid defense by Rose-Hulman. They've caused problems the last 4 times down the floor for Franklin. Samples with the drive. He'll kick to the corner. Flat. Tries to drive. Nope. Samples back out again. He rushes a shot, puts it
Very
up.
tough
And
shot.
I mean, it doesn't hit much at all. King now with a long 3. He can't get it. And a rebound with a block out is Chaplin.
Great box out by Rose-Hulman that time.
Max with the ball, back out to Hicks. Hicks thought about that, feeds it inside to Juric.
Good spin.
Duck and cover, got it up and in. And Vuk is pumped.
Here we go.
Juric.
Well, when you get Vuk going, he's so emotional. He's kind of I say this respectively, kind of the spirit animal of this team. It gives so much emotion, and when he gets going, it starts to pour out of him and really spreads to the rest of the team.
Flat gives it up to King. King on the outside to Crow.
Got to get Kraus to touch.
Crow with the drive. They'll put it inside. King again puts a shot up, and they're going to call the foul off this back side, or they may call the front one. We'll see.
They got Duff maybe. Kraus hasn't had a touch in the last couple of possessions here, Herb. When you look at the way this is going, Kraus is the man, leads the team in scoring. He's got to get touches consistently. When you look at this game, He's only attempted 1 field goal, so I know it's good defense, but they've got to design things a little bit better so he can get a touch. A lot of times they'll start the offense. Top of the key is where he spends a lot of time at the beginning of the offense. They run a lot of screens, motion, trying to get some mismatches. That's why I'm saying Rose has got to fight through screens tonight to be able to stick with their man.
King missed that first attempt, and he misses the second one. Rebound to Bowman. Willie, who checked into the ball game, along with Harden, are back into the ball game.
King shoots around 50% from the free throw line. There's 2 big misses. Rose trying to extend this lead.
Bradley Harden.
Need a little help here.
Outside, having the ball poked away. He'll turn the corner with the drive. He'll put it up. Wow. And Harden all the way to the basket. He scores. It's 22-11. Rose-Hulman with an 11-point lead.
Got to keep the pressure down. Got to keep the defensive intensity up.
Outside to King. King trying to work on Zurich. King picks it up in the corner to Crow. Back to King. Cross with the drive. He'll put it up. Gets a shot blocked, tipped away, and picked up by Rose-Hulman. A nice job by Duff tracking it down. Hicks with the drive. He goes coast to coast, puts it up, can't get it to go. That's not a bad move. He's just got to get a little higher off the glass.
That's right.
Sample puts it out flat for 3. Can't get it. Rebound is Hicks. And immediately you can hear the crowd for Rose-Hulman. Those football guys are really into it tonight.
They are. And you got fans all over the place hanging up top of the balcony. And boy, what a great environment here, helping out these engineers.
Hicks looking to feed inside. Zurich in the post.
No help.
Vuk will back him down. Puts it down. No, Hicks off the baseline, and he'll pull back to Zurich. He'll drive. Fade. Hook shot. Got it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Hicks again. Hicks in the middle of the lane. He can't get it, and finally pulled down by Matt Krause.
Poor Krause got fouled a couple of times there on that defensive rebound. Still no call. Being let them play a little bit tonight.
King with the drive. Krause with the 3.
That's why he's got to get touches. That's what Matt Krause can do. A quick timeout there for Franklin. 22-14, 8:24 to go in the first half. We'll be right back.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Rose-Hulman with a 22-14 lead, and with that, it's been the defensive end that's really led to the offensive explosion. They've been very active on the glass as well.
They really have. Rose-Hulman with a little bit of an advantage on the glass right now, 13-7. And when you look at the lead, kind of mirrors some of that. Inspired play by these engineers and a great crowd. Great environment tonight in the Hulbert Arena.
Bowman pump, drive, can't get it. Rebound, Hicks got it up and in. Terry Hicks.
Offensive boards are bound now, number 6. The 6th offensive rebound for Rose-Hulman.
And a lot of their points have come from those. It's a 10-point Rose-Hulman lead. With it outside, Sample. Again, he'll drive, tries to get in a lane. Good defense being applied. Number 15 with that shot is no good.
Yeah.
And again, Carter Crow can get it. Rebound to Hicks. Hicks with the layup at the other end. Rose-Hulman is beating Franklin down the floor and has on 3 occasions.
Bradley Harden saw that play develop, that cross-court pass. Hicks put his hand up, almost over it back. The defense by Harden smothering.
Rose-Hulman has played, like I said, defensively is where the difference is. Kick out, open look for Crow. He puts it up. He can't get it to go, and rebound to Harden. Bradley Harden pushing it hard again. Harden to the basket, puts the shot up, can't get it. Rebound almost picked up by Rose-Hulman, but it's out of bounds. Timeout on the floor. 26-14 is our score. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
Gen Z is a stalled generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to the Hulbert Arena. Fans, we want to thank the transportation specialist for Indiana Sports Network, and that's York Automotive. They have 5 locations in Brazil, Greencastle, Crawfordsville, and Plainfield. A 12-point lead, the largest for Rose-Hulman, with 7:05 left to go here in the first half.
Speaking of largest, man, this crowd is phenomenal here tonight. So many students and staff and fans, parents, families in attendance. This is a great environment.
Backing down in the inside and kicking it back out was Wiggins. Wiggins gave it up with the basket, and a foul is Jaden Love, the 6'2 sophomore from Indianapolis.
Went to Pike High School. Love is another one of these guys, one of these underclassmen that Franklin has that are really emerging and starting to play good basketball. And just see, the future is very bright. Just one senior, of course, that's a fantastic senior in Krause. But there's a lot of underclassmen that are just, kind of percolating around there for Franklin that are ready to bust out.
9-point lead for the Engineers. They'll go to kick it out, and they get the blocking foul called on the drive as Bowman was taking it. He was fouled. That'll reset the shot clock to 20. 6:35 left to go here in the first half. Hicks is on the side, still rolling out that hammy. It's still giving him a little trouble.
He was doing their pregame and trying to, stay loose when he's not in the basketball game. And we'll, try to get as many minutes out of him as we can. He provides great defense.
Farnsworth is into the ball game for Rose-Hulman as well. Kabrick with the backdoor cut, wrap around, nice, easy layup for Vuk Juric.
Boy, what interior passing there by Rose-Hulman. Harden ends up getting the assist. Boy, the great balls moving all the way around.
Screen by Wiggins with the drive, shots up, no good, and they're going to call the foul off of it. It was a foul.
Yes, absolutely.
And Krause will go to the line to shoot two.
For a minute there, I didn't think Krause was going to get that call, and I'm like, man, that's a tough one. He's been banged around a lot. Rose's been pretty physical with him tonight. I'm not saying that's by design. Tonight, there's some of these times the physicality comes your way. He's been banged around a little bit tonight, so he definitely deserved that that call on the good drive to the hoop.
Another missed free throw for Franklin.
Got to make these freebies if you're Franklin trying to get back in this game down 11.
Zachary Jackson back into the ball game for Rose-Hulman.
Have not seen Sam beat Ram yet. Just interesting. So that's another, one of our seniors that provides good defense, and hopefully when he gets his chance, whether it be tonight or Sunday, he'll be ready to bust out, make some things happen.
Kabrick, pump, he'll drive, looks to the inside, he'll pull it back out to Bowman, long three, puts it up, can't get it, rebound, fought for, still scrambled for, and finally picked up by Matt Krause.
And that pass was low. It's a tough shot to make when you have to go down to your knees to get the pass.
A lot of noise on this end. Has taken a potential walk there. They didn't call that one. Hand off to Krause. He'll pull up for three. Got the shot up and banged it home.
Every time he's got a sliver of space, that ball's going to go up. You're going to get those high ball screens. Got to find a way to get through there. Farnsworth did the first one, not the second one.
Kabrick, and they'll have a foul called. This one will go against Jaden Love. His first, the team's third. And neither team is getting closer to the bonus right now.
No,
4 team fouls for Rose-Hulman, 3 for the Grizzlies. Other substitutions in. Duff back into the lineup. Zachary Jackson and Chaplin. Chaplin looked to almost want to pull the trigger on that one. Duff, he'll drive the baseline, kicks back out. Jurich with the shot, doesn't get anything, but he gets the basket.
Yeah, he's looking at him flexing there as he goes down the court. The strength got banged a little bit and got the ball to go through the hoop.
With it outside, stolen away. Farnsworth with the drive, puts it up, he's fouled. And another defensive play by Zachary Jackson.
Well, you could just see that pass telegraph. Samples is like I said, he's very intriguing. But just a freshman, still learning the ropes here at the college level. I know it's the end of the season, but that's 2 times that his pass as he's coming up the court has been telegraphed and stolen to go the other way.
Farnsworth will put the first one up, and he
oh my God.
Gets everything.
That doesn't go in.
Everything.
Oh, my gosh.
The whole rim. Folks, we want to thank Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive. And when I say that, and this is the interesting part, a lot of times college basketball players at Division III level are not true point guards.
Right.
They're guys that have scored a bunch of points in high school. They're recruited because they can score, and it appears to me that Coach Rusty Lloyd has said, okay, look, if Samples is bringing the ball up the floor, we're going to hawk him and make him do something with it. And to this point, it's really worked.
It has, and Samples is just the just the on the short end of that stick as they make that free throw. Rose-Hulman, as of late, has been doing that to everybody. So, you look at Harden, you look at Jackson, they have been hawking the ball coming up the floor, and I think that's really paid dividends for Rose-Hulman.
Sam Nunn is into the ball game, and he really took Zachary Jackson's place. So Nunn will be the guy that's playing that man defense.
Get on him.
Almost a switch. They'll pull it back outside. Trying to get on Samples. They're going to pull it back outside. Wiggins with a 3. Can't get it. Rebound to Nunn. And they'll run the break again. Here it comes. Open look for Chaplin for 3. Can't get it. Rebound. Fought for and picked out. Rose-Hulman tipped it last. It'll be Franklin basketball.
You notice the end of the bit.
But they haven't called it.
There. Oh, it should be. Yeah, it should be Franklin ball. But did you notice that? Oh, wow.
They called it Rose-Hulman ball.
Did they really?
They did. They did. And again,
okay.
Look, we saw it from our angle, and it looked like Rose-Hulman hit it, but in this case, they end up with the basketball. 20 seconds back on the shot clock when it was inbounded. Farnsworth says, okay, I'll take it to the hole. He gets fouled. Again, Farnsworth with another hard move, and Isaac will go to the line to shoot 2.
He plays with such aggression and such force. Man, that's a strong kid. Look at Isaac Farnsworth, played football at Snyder as well, and just, man, he at 6'3" can pack a wallet.
Timeout on the floor with 4 minutes left to go. It's Rose-Hulman 32, Franklin 21.
I ran out of my pain meds too quickly.
I took more and more to get through my day.
I did anything to get them.
I needed help. I needed hope. I found them both.
Professional, safe, no wait times, quality treatment. Regain something lost. Call or go to winrecovery.org.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. The healthcare professionals of Union Health since 1892, providing compassionate healthcare of the highest quality to generations of Wabash Valley families. Union Health, healthier together.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And Rose-Hulman leads 32-21, and Rose-Hulman is leading in almost every statistical category as a team right now. They've just outplayed Franklin.
They really have, and I just like the aggression that I'm seeing with the Engineers. This play 16 minutes with good ball. You still got 24 to go, so there can't be any let up. Oh boy, short from there.
And Farnsworth misses the first of those 2 free throws. We want to thank York Automotive, our transportation specialist for Indiana Sports Network. They have 5 locations in Brazil, Crawfordsville, Greencastle, and Plainview. Hicks back into the ball game, and Terry's led a huge spark for Rose-Hulman in scoring, especially in the first half, as when he's had his hands on the ball, he's really put the basketball in the hole. With a basketball now, King on the outside for Franklin. Tries to cross up Hicks and go towards the basket, and he's stopped.
Can't get past him.
On the outside then with the drive. No, it'll be King again. Had an open look. They'll give it to Sample. Takes the 3 and puts it in.
That's a big shot right there by Samples as the young man was able to drain that 3, bring it to a 9-point deficit for Franklin.
Chaplin out to Duff, now to Nunn. Sam Nunn works off the screen for Hicks. Wants to do something with it and has a chance, but he'll pull it back out. Duff,
mid-range,
17-footer, can't get it to go. Rebound comes out to Farnsworth. Open look for Chaplin. He doesn't take it. I thought he'd take that right in the corner.
Crowded corner there.
With the drive, kick, open look for Duff. He'll take another 3, and he hits it.
Dylan Duff is, this is a young man that couldn't hit the mid-range there, which is more his game at this point in his career. Drained that 3 as he stepped back off of another offensive rebound.
36-24, leads back to 12. King trying to go one-on-one with Hicks, lost it out of bounds.
Yeah,
nice defense.
I don't understand that. When I look at that matchup, Hicks is going to stop King 9.5 times out of 10. This is, King is going to be good, but this is at this point in the stage of his career, he's not going to be able to ISO Hicks at the top of the key and take it to the hole. So like I said, get Krause the ball, feed off of him.
With the drive inside and a nice easy layup for Jared Duff, or Dylan Duff.
Dylan Duff is just showing his strength right there as he's kind of playing a little bully ball around the basket, getting to the cup, flexing his muscle a little bit. Farnsworth the defense on Krause, making it tough for him.
14-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Again, Samples of the ball to King. They'll give it to Love. And an offensive foul is called on the screen.
Moving screen there. A couple of substitutions coming in the basketball game. A couple of scores of note. At Manchester, Anderson up 43-31. Brings a smile to our faces here. You don't want anything untoward going on there. At Transylvania, Earlham down 2, late stages of the first half. Rose-Hulman women up in the second quarter by 7.
Duff looks to do something with it. Pull it to Hicks, Dunn, and back outside to Chaplin. Chaplin off the screen. Looks to step back, doesn't have it, feeds Hicks. Hicks trying to go to the baseline, turn around, gets it blocked, and that's a good play and a hard move by Farnsworth. He's called for the foul, but he's really got to go for that one. Absolutely. And you can see the crowd, you're not seeing a lot of it because it's not on the right side, but the crowd is packed on the left. There's standing room on the actual walkway as they're coming out of this one, and there's a lot of people on this end getting ready for it. Love with a three-pointer. Oh! Follow, and a good follow at that by Mac Krause.
Nice little tip-in dunk for Krause as he was Johnny on the spot.
Chaplin for 3, can't get it to go. Rebound to Hicks with the follow. He's fouled. He'll go to the line. He had the rebound as well. He's not to be denied right now.
When Terry Hicks has been in the basketball game, he has made such an impact. You just can't get the minutes out of him that I know he would want to provide. I know he wants to play 35 minutes a game. We'd love him to play 35 minutes a game, but just a little bit of health situation going on, giving us what he can and being very, very productive here tonight.
Leads back to 13. Trey Wirtz in for Farnsworth. And here comes Samvik Ram, and he'll replace Chaplin.
In for the first time, Ram, and is going to be able to play defense here for the next 114. And Samvik Ram, the first time these two teams played, he scored 5 points in the last minute of the game to steal. They hit a big 3, hit 2 big free throws to seal the victory for Rose-Hulman. So, I do believe in this game he'll still have an opportunity to put an imprint on this game.
Off the drive, Love with the shot, gets it up and in. Jalen Love puts another basket in. 40-28. Duff with the drive, gets hammered, no way. Ram with it, he'll pull it outside. Hicks for three, can't get it. Rebound, tipped around, Wirtz has it. He just lost it, and it looked like he was almost on the line there, close. Feed down inside for Franklin. Love has an opportunity, backdoor cut, and King gets the layup, and it's the lead's cut to 10 with 33 seconds left to go here in the first half. Timeout's been called by Rose-Hulman. We'll take one. It's 40-30.
If I crave something, I have to have it. Well, so what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there. Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you, because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Wherever life takes you.
We're ready to go. Hicks will inbound the basketball. They'll get it up the floor and get it to Chaplin, and Harden will set up the offense. 2 seconds difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden trying to back down on Samples. Samples going to have to be careful. He's going to pick one up here, pretty easy one. Feed to Wirtz, back outside to Hicks, to Harden, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Chaplin running through, and no shots will be taken on this one, but defensive substitutions will come in for Rose-Hulman as Kabrick and Samvit Ram into the ball game, along with Vuk Juric.
Franklin has the ability to close this half on a 6 or 7-0 run. That is pivotal. Let's see if Rose can get a stop here.
Ram guarding Love. Love turns the corner, feed in the corner, open look, got the three-pointer up, can't get it. Rebound to Juric. He'll take the long one. It's not going to be any good, but Rose-Hulman leads by 10 at halftime over Franklin in what is a crucial ball game for the Fighting Engineers to see who will play at home in the HCAC tournament this weekend. Again, we'll be back for more in a halftime show here on Indiana Sports Network.
Wherever life takes you. Whatever stage. Anything that you need. No matter the season. Getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
For the things you treasure and the people you love. Brian Sponsler and Ben Rice for Auto, Home, and Life.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard. It's time for the halftime report on the Indiana Sports Network.
Welcome back to Hulbert Arena on the campus of Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. And again, at 40-30 is our score. And Rose-Hulman came out with a lot of enthusiasm as they started different guys that didn't traditionally start the year. And it really paid off with how hard they played, because the guys coming off the bench have played even harder than the guys that started.
They really did. And you know, you would imagine that Coach Lloyd would stay with this until they lose. I mean, you know, do you break what has been successful to you, even though it's not what you've done all season? You know, so the results are the results, and you want to be playing good basketball, you'll be winning games, and so just the effort, you could see it up and down the lineup. The way this game has started, as you mentioned, Rose-Hulman started a little slow offensively, but defensively they were locked in. Gave them some time for their offense to catch up and get going, and that it really did. 40 points in the first half. That's a lot for Rose-Hulman.
Now, I'm going to say something. We noticed the crowd, and there were a bunch of people lined up, and now we know the reason.
Yeah. Give away a little food.
They give away food.
Hey, I'd line up too if I was a student. I'd come and line up, get a little free dinner, and college students always like free food. Especially when it's good. So kudos to whatever organization footed the bill. I don't know if it was the athletic department or one of the departments on campus. Somebody footed the bill to feed all these men and women, and good on them, because the students came, and I guarantee you, they are making a massive impact on the way the Engineers are playing.
And it is Chick-fil-A, so we can talk about that one, because that's one of the sponsors that Rose-Hulman has here for their athletic department and different things that way. I want to thank those folks as well. 40-30 is our score, and when we look at statistically, Rose-Hulman leads in almost every category.
They really do. When you look at rebounding of +9, offensive boards, they've been really dominant. You're looking at the turnover numbers, which is something I kind of lamented about for Rose-Hulman, throughout the season. Only 3 first-half turnovers. You absolutely love that. The points in the paint, you always dominate that. Points in transition, that's one that doesn't always happen for Rose-Hulman. 10 points in transition today, off of 6 turnovers. Part of that off of the 6 turnovers by Franklin. 6 turnovers is not horrible for a half, but boy, even when Franklin is made a basket, there are a couple of times where they got beat down the court, and I know Coach will talk about that during the halftime break.
Well, the total rebounds is what I look at as well, 21-12.
Yeah.
And that's a bunch. And offensively, Rose-Hulman with the 9 offensive rebounds to Franklin's 4. And with those, we had 4 lead changes in the ball game. It went back and forth there early on. Finally, it was like 10-9, and Rose-Hulman put just a little bit out and a little bit more, and got it up to about 14. That's been the largest lead for Rose-Hulman. 1 point has been the largest lead for Franklin in this one. And if you're looking individually, scoring 11 points for Kraus. And again, that's not below his average. That's right there. And Kraus averaging 14.5, almost 15 points a game. So 11 points. He's their scorer, and he's done a nice job for him. Yep. For Rose-Hulman, guys off the bench, it's Terry Hicks. He's really done a number. He has 12 points in the first half, 6 for Wirtz. And if you look at the other one, Vuk Jurek came off the bench, started the ball game. He had 6 points in the first half, and those were intensity points when I say that. Rebound, putbacks. The big fellow on the inside has been doing a number that way. The other scorer is Wirtz. So if you take Jurek and Wirtz together, that's 12 points in the same spot. Right. That's pretty good production for your inside player.
And you want guys, one guy starts, you have one guy coming off the bench, and you can kind of interchange those two. They play the 5-spot minutes in the majority of the time. And when you can get that kind of production out of those two, like you mentioned, 6 points, and then also the rebounds that go along with that, really helps this team, no matter who you have on the floor, to keep that momentum going. And so, you look at, I keep alluding to the first time these two teams played. We talked about the rebounding, Rose-Hulman +9. In the previous game, Rose-Hulman was +21 at the end of the contest, rebounding the basketball. Didn't shoot the 3 worth a darn, kind of like tonight. Can't hit a 3 to save their life hardly. But when you can rebound like that, get offensive rebounds, getting stick back, and getting points in transition, that can help to mask not be able to hit from the outside, which in today's basketball, you got to be able to hit 3-point shots, typically.
Oh, yes, definitely. And for Rose-Hulman, just putting the ball inside, get after it, and that's where they've kind of been the leader in this ball game. It's 40-30. We're at halftime. Rose-Hulman leading Franklin. We'll return for more here on Indiana Sports Network.
Treatment for those with mental illnesses and addiction issues has evolved over the years.
In the late 1960s,
Indiana's mental health system began to take shape.
from 1971
to 2021,
Hamilton Center has touched the lives of thousands of people in central and west central Indiana.
We are committed to the latest therapies
to improve the quality of life for those with mental illnesses.
Treatment works.
Recovery is possible.
And thank you, Indiana.
At Indiana Land and Lifestyle, we go to great depths to list and sell your property. If your agent isn't willing to go to these depths,
6 acres with bass,
to list and sell your property, don't you think that's a little fishy?
And there's fish everywhere. Oh! And snapping turtles!
For all your Indiana land needs, check us out at indianalandandlifestyle.com.
Oh, that's gross.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.
If somebody's kind of on the fence of going into a recruiting office or just reaching out to a recruiter, I would absolutely encourage it, if anything, just for the information.
We have a lot of enlistment bonuses out there right now, upwards to about $20,000. If you're in college or you plan to be to college, this is a great choice for you because our organization, we look for students who want to go to college. We also have educational benefits where we pay up to 100% of tuition.
Melty cheese, grilled onions, and steak on this foot-long Philly are so flavorful.
Man, do I love a good steakout.
Steakout, nice.
You would not believe what they are doing in there.
Making cheesesteaks?
What are you, one of them?
It's your last chance to try a classic or spicy foot-long Philly. Hurry in today.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
You're watching college sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
Well, it was a great start for the first half for Rose-Hulman. About the last minute and a half, kind of a let-up. If we're going to see Rose-Hulman win the ball game, what are they going to have to do here in the second half?
Oh, they're going to have to continue to play defense. I mean, if you hold Franklin to another 30 points in the second half, that bodes very well. Will take almost an epic collapse for Rose to have to score 21 points in the second half, the way they're playing intensity. And also Matt Krause. Do not let him get like 10 field goal attempts in the second half. Rose is doing a good job paying attention to him, fighting through screens, making it tough. He's got, I think he said 10 or 11 points. Has not missed a shot yet, by the way. Is 4 for 4 from the field, but only 4 for 4 from the field. So good news, bad news. He hasn't missed a shot, but only taken 4 field goal attempts. You would think that he would have 10, 11, 12 field goal attempts. At the end of this game, you might have to start forcing things at some point. You would think they would play through him a little bit more. Maybe a couple of possessions where they went to King, you go to Krause, your senior, instead on a big game like this. But if he at the end of this game has 15, 16, 17, 18 field goal attempts, to me that's going to make me feel a little bit nervous because he's not going to take that many unless he's draining some shots. And we've got to stay with Matt Krause. Been a thorn in our side for 4 years. Just a great inside-outside player with the roster that he has this year. He doesn't have, the Gutierrez and the Morris and some other guys like that he's had years past. More of the load on his shoulders. Has some younger guys that he's playing with. So he's trying to lead this team, but they really have to play through him. And Rose-Hulman is going to have to keep eyes on him all game long.
Well, it's that enthusiasm for Rose-Hulman. They lead by 10, and we'll take a short break. We'll be right back with the start of the second half. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
Wherever life takes you, whatever stage, anything that you need, no matter the season, getting there together. We are ready when you are. Crane cares.
It's tax time. You need a professional with decades of experience. You need Goshen H&R Block. Nothing is more important than getting your taxes done quickly and correctly, up close and personal, by people you know and trust. This year, get answers to all your questions and your taxes done right by Goshen H&R Block.
This is Sue Goshen from your locally owned H&R Block in Brazil. Walk in, make an appointment, or drop off your documents, and we'll tackle your taxes while you're away.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
40-30, finishing touches on the warm-ups here to start the second half. And again, just an outstanding job by Rose-Hulman as far as effort. They have the enthusiasm up. When they play like this, they're going to be really hard out. It doesn't matter whether it's today or Sunday or next week. Yeah. They're going to have a chance to win ball games through the tournament.
They really are, and you mentioned that effort, the intensity, and the last couple of games has really been there on a consistent level. And that's what Coach Lloyd is asking for out of his team, to play with that edge, to play with that intensity. And boy, when you have a big crowd like this, it really helps. When you have your students, friends, and your family here in attendance, it really helps. And when there's so much on the line that you have to play for, trying to host a game on Sunday, men and women, scoreboard watching. We talked about what you said. What was the Beavers thing again? What was it? Bite 'em Beavers. The Beavers did just that. The women, Bluffton women's team, did beat Defiance by 19, 78-59. So that's one of the pieces that we needed for Rose women to be able to host a game. Rose women is taking care of their part of it at halftime. The women are up 38-18. As they are really putting the hammer on Franklin. Got to continue that at halftime. Also in the men's game, Anderson at Manchester. Another game we need Anderson to win, and we're kind of scoreboard watching there. Anderson up 12 at Manchester, which is a really, really tough place to play. They're up 12, 48-36, shooting 65% in the first half. And then also Transylvania men, another game that we're kind of watching as well. Transylvania men up at home against Earlham, 36-31 at halftime. So some of the scores we're kind of watching as the things that have kind of fall in place. Rose-Hulman trying to host 2 games here at the Hulbert Arena on Sunday. A lot has to happen. So those are some of the scores that we're watching as we'll try to let the chips fall where they may. But it all has to start with Rose-Hulman wins.
Samples with the basketball, being hawked by Harden in the backcourt for Franklin. Again, Franklin down with the basketball. They trail by 10. Samples trying to get the ball outside, and does, to Hodgins. Samples with a drive, kick out, open look for the 3, and
I'd call a timeout if I'm Lloyd right now.
Matt Krause.
I would call a timeout after that right there. If you're Harden, you can't go for the up fake. You have to stay down and not let your defender go by you, draw the help, and then you have the corner 3. That's exactly what Franklin wants to do.
Leads cut to 7. Zurich down on the low post. He's got a chance. Go to the reverse, pump, puts it up and in. Luke is pumped up on this when he has 8 points.
If you're not going to bring the double, you're going to give him plenty of time. Don't have to worry about too much time in the paint because he wasn't in there.
Ball's loose on the floor. Everybody after it and picked up. Krause thought about it, but thought better.
He should have taken that. He was in rhythm. He was ready.
Crow in the corner. Now Crow outside.
Travel.
Look for the 3. Nothing, and again, they're in Krause's face. Three-point shot up, no good, and rebound to Bowman.
Krause has been on the deck several times here today. I'm telling you, man, he's taking some punishment here tonight.
Hard-playing teams. Both of these guys really want to play and win this ball game. For Rose-Hulman, it determines the real opportunity to host a tournament game here at Hulbert Arena.
Bowman, come on, be ready.
Outside look, Bowman for
Yes, sir.
three. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Willie Bowman.
You could tell when Luke turned and faced, he backed down, and Bowman did a great job filling.
Nice drive on the inside by Trey Flatt, the freshman from Indianapolis, scores, cuts the lead back to 10.
And that's what Rose-Hulman was doing in the first half, bidding Franklin down the court. Franklin that time giving Rose a little bit of their own medicine, scoring the first 5 seconds of the shot clock.
Bowman with a basketball outside to Kabrick to Harden. Looking on the inside, you can see a hold being taken on the inside that time as Hicks was being guarded. Kabrick drive, puts a shot up and doesn't get it. In and out. Rebound comes out to Franklin.
That one had to go up.
Samples to Flatt. Flatt takes a shot, doesn't go anywhere. Rebound and comes away with it on the outside. Open look for Hudgens. Can't get it, and rebound comes out to Harden. Bradley pushing it up, has a man open. Kabrick feeds down inside to Hicks. Hicks being guarded on the inside and puts that shot up and in.
Thought we might see a cutter as Hicks had the ball in that low post position, but he ended up being able to use his defender, use his size, get 2 more big points.
12-point Rose-Hulman lead. In the corners, Hudgens. Hudgens back outside to Flatt. He'll drive, kick to the open man, got the shot up, and they're going to call the foul on the 3-point shot. And going to the line will be number 15. That's Carter Crow, the junior from Greenwood.
I'm going to give you something. I guarantee you that you did not know this, Herb, about the game of basketball. 3 points is more than 2 points. I'm not coming off of my 3-point shooter to provide help for a layup. I mean, Franklin is down 12 right now 11. I don't overhelp and leave 3-point shooters in the corner today. This Franklin team can claw back to this game very quickly in a couple of possessions with that 3-point shot. This time could be three free throws instead of a 3-point shot. Still the same philosophy. Kabrick too far away from this man, had to scramble to close out. Took a wrong angle, bam, 3 free throws. So I'm giving up the layup or a contested 5-7-footer. I'm not giving up open 3-point shots.
9-point lead for Rose-Hulman, 6:43 left to go in the second half. Chaplin, they give it back outside and due to Jackson. Zachary Jackson with the drive, stolen away, stolen right back. Wow. Jackson puts the layup up and in. Boy. Zachary Jackson with the steal and basket. Sample with the drive. He'll bring it up hard and see if Franklin can set the offense. High screen outside. Krause was trying to set one. They couldn't get it done. Now the screen on the outside. Kick back out. This time closed out by Hicks. In the corner again is Crow. Got another one.
Again, I'm not leaving the corner 3-point shooter to help on a contested layup. I'm not doing that.
8-point lead for Rose-Hulman. Kabrick with the drive in the lane, feeds down to Zurich. Vuk, and he'll be fouled in the inside. They'll say it's out of bounds.
Boy, this is a good timeout right here for Rose-Hulman, immediate timeout.
And a timeout called. 15:48 left to go in the second half. Rose-Hulman leads by 8 on Indiana Sports Network.
The city of Brazil was founded in 1866. By 1876, there were 2 schools, 7 dry goods stores, 2 hardware stores, 4 churches, and 5 drugstores. One of those drugstores is still there today, Lynn's Pharmacy. Lynn's Pharmacy has grown from a small neighborhood drugstore to a modern pharmacy, offering prescriptions and medical equipment with old-fashioned values and unparalleled service. You can even step back in time and visit Lynn's Soda Parlor
here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. ready to serve you and your family with compassionate health care of the highest quality. Serving the Wabash Valley since 1892. Union Health, healthier together.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And folks, we want to thank Crane Credit Union, Goshen H&R Block, the Hamilton Center, Indiana Army National Guard, Lynn's Pharmacy, Mossy Oak Properties, Sponsler Insurance, Sonic Drive-In, Union Health, and York Automotive, all proud sponsors of Rose-Hulman Athletics here on Indiana Sports Network. An 8-point Rose-Hulman lead. The Engineers with the basketball. They'll give it up. In the corner is Chaplin. He'll pull it out to Cabrick, and they'll run it around the horn. With the drive, shots up, doesn't get it, and the rebound pulled out by Franklin. Really nice job by Carter Crow grabbing the rebound. Again, shots up, no good. Rebound, and no block out that time by the big guy in Wirtz. Feed down the lane, and Crow has been the guy who missed the bunny.
Wow. Big miss right there for Franklin as they had a chance to close his lead down to 6.
Chaplin for a 10-footer, got it.
Free throw line is going to be money for Mack. And look at this defense. Look at the defense on ball.
I'll tell you what, good opportunity for Zachary Jackson. He's causing all kinds of problems from a defensive side. Down the lane, looking for the cutter, open in the corners, another three-point shot, and picked up. Crow lost the basketball. Rose-Hulman will gain possession.
And that was just a shot by Hudgens that went off the side and backboard. He won't be deterred. He'll shoot the next shot. But guess what, Herb? He was wide open.
He was.
These are just dangerous looks that, you sink in the paint. You keep doing that. And then they're gonna do this all game long. They're gonna find the three-point shooters in the corner. That's already probably 4 or 5 looks they've had from the corner in the second half.
It was really kind of a mismatch defensively as Wirtz had drawn him off of a couple screens. Farnsworth for 3. He doesn't have it. Rebound, tipped around, picked up, and who else but the big guy, number 15, is Crow. Feed down inside, and another basket by Matt Krause.
And he ran the floor. He had his hand up before he crossed the 10-second line. He wanted that ball going straight down the floor, and they got it. Big bucket there by Krause. Good defense by Samples.
A lot of contact on this one. These two guys have been going at it the whole time, Samples and Jackson.
Come on, Duff.
Duff off the board. That's looked like the backyard shot that he wanted to hit.
Yeah, and when Duff gets to that mid-range from that 15-foot area, that's at this point in his career where he's most comfortable as Jackson still continues to hound Samples. This is a nice little matchup here, Bruin. I like this.
And they're not liking each other. They're really going at it.
11 versus 11.
Again, Sample. He'll take the three. Blocked. Oh, big block that time by Zachary Jackson.
Now,
and Rose-Hulman with possession of the basketball.
Pay it off with a big bucket here on this end would be awesome.
And they're not jawing at each other, but something's going to be said here in the middle of what's going on. Outside to Duff. Duff looked for the 3, doesn't have it.
Look out.
Gets in the lane, kicks it back out. Farnsworth puts a shot up and in. Isaac Farnsworth, a 12-point lead for Rose-Hulman.
That's a big possession. The block by Jackson, and here he comes. Boy, I'm telling you, it's very close to a 10-second violation of getting closer and closer as this game goes on. Jackson is hounding.
Almost stolen away as they tried to keep it from Krause. Open look, and a shot's up, no good. Picked up by Chaplin. He out-hustles him. He's in the drive. He'll put it inside, puts a shot up. A lot of contact and no call on that one. Flat with the basketball. He pushed it up to Krause, and that looked like potential travel. Flat puts it up and in, cuts the lead to 9.
And he had something to say to the Rose-Hulman students down there on the sideline. Turn and said a little something. I like the way this game is developing with the intensity.
With the drive, Duff puts it up and in, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Wirtz.
Moving screen, yep, they got it. Okay.
And Rusty Lloyd's letting him know about the previous call down the lane. He goes, he got hit down the lane.
Hudgens, I think it was Hudgens asked out, needs a little breather. Also going out is Samples. Coming in, Love and King.
Love is going to be matched up on Harden. So this ought to be an interesting way to look at it too.
And Harden going to get up in his grill.
And now they're going to give it up to Krause. So
Yeah, I like
Krause
that.
will set the offense. King looking to drive on Wirtz, pulls up, got the open look. He'll bury that one.
That's a tough matchup for Trey. You have to give him room because he knows he can get driven, but then the step back and hit that little mid-range.
Harden beats him down the floor, keeps going, feeds. Open is Farnsworth for two.
Boy, these teams just trading blows here in the second half.
On the outside is Love. King with a basketball. Almost stolen away. They're really going after that bounce pass that you think they're going to give up, and they're really going at it. Screen on the outside. King looks for three. Loose ball underneath. They'll pull it out. Again, another block shot on the outside. Open look. Farnsworth is asking for it in the corner. They didn't feed him. Duff with the basketball. They'll set the offense. Harden, he'll take it. No, he'll back it back outside.
They're doing a great job on Max Chaplin, shadowing him, not letting him get looks.
Duff, Chaplin, using the screen. He'll drive. He'll shoot. He scores.
Max Chaplin says, "Oh yeah, I'll take you to the glass. Here it comes."
And a turnover at the other end.
And
you can hear the crowd going crazy. Timeout's been called, and we'll take one as well. It's 59-48. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Shopping for a new car? Don't settle. Welcome to Your Deal, Your Way with York VIP. New vehicles in production arriving daily. Select your model, trim, and color. Reserve it. Find the car you want without the hassle. Easy and fast. Get VIP access at yorkchevy.com/VIP. Start online today and we'll show you why we're not number one. You are.
We're not number one.
You are.
You're number one at York.
Introducing Sonic's new Car Hop Classic with double the beef, double the cheese, and now double the choices. Try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or slinger with tots for just $2.99. Get them now, ending soon.
You're watching College Sports on the Indiana Sports Network, presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And welcome back to Hulbert Arena. It's 59-48.
Feels like 17.
And you can see several of the ball players, and as we're talking off the air, there's a couple guys that have come into the ball game and really sparked Rose-Hulman from an offensive standpoint, and then defensively you've seen a real spark. Blocked shots, a couple of them, big ones. Right down the stretch here, they got up, got a tip on that ball, and Rose-Hulman ended up with it.
You know, when you look at the way the season is gone, you know, Rose-Hulman not exactly toward the top of the conference in blocks, 8th in blocks per game, but man, you had Jackson, and then you had, I believe it was a Duff with that second block. You know, 3 blocks on the game for the Engineers, really starting to transition opportunities to go in the other way. So, you know, you got to keep this up. And as physical as this game has been, only 3 fouls called in the second half, so the refs letting them play.
Duff gets another mid-range, sticks that thing in at 61-48.
He loves that elbow jumper, Herb.
Loose ball, almost lost that one, was Jalen Love. Love will work on Harden. Love drawing to the basket. Almost it is. Duff with the basketball. One-on-one. He'll take it to the basket, puts the shot up. Dylan Duff with 2, and it's 63-48. Rose-Hulman with the lead.
Had King backpedaling and then went straight at him, got a little contact, and played through it, got a bucket.
King looks for the step back. No, he takes it a little bit different. Crow in the corner, off the drive, open look for King for 3. He puts the shot up, can't get it. Good block out. Everybody's got it. Off the ball. Inside with the loose ball is Matt Krause. You sure don't want to give him the basketball. He hasn't missed a shot.
No, you don't want to let him have looks. And boy, great effort on the block out, and you thought he had the rebound. The next thing you know, Krause has got it.
Duff looked for the 3. Good pump fake, drives, puts it up and in, and he's fouled. He'll go to the line.
They got King once again. I do believe that's the second time King has been just there, trying to avoid a foul by not really going after it. getting called for the foul. Sometimes he's just unlucky. And that's the second time he's been unlucky today, getting a foul called on him. And Dylan Duff, the aggressive move. He's aggressive by nature when you look at Dylan Duff, but the aggressive move has really helped the Engineers today.
And he cans the old-fashioned three-point play. It's a 16-point lead for Rose-Hulman. 9:30 left to go in the second half.
Duff, I believe, has 6 straight points for the Engineers, something like that.
King with the crossover, takes the drive, puts it up, can't get it, and a rebound comes out to Hicks. Terry Hicks with a basketball, 3-on-2 break. He'll go up all the way in, and he's fouled, and a good follow. Rose-Hulman would have had the putback potential off of that one, but going to line will be Terry Hicks.
Terry Hicks, the junior from right here in Indiana, just really has played a really good game, but once again, can't get the minutes out of him that we would love to have. 14 points leads the team in these limited minutes. Only played 20 minutes today, so I won't say only. We've only played almost 31. But, Hicks is the guy we'd love to have out there on the floor all the time. But just giving max effort tonight on both ends of the floor.
Third foul on Crow. So Crow picks up his third. Still a 16-point lead for Rose-Hulman.
That's a big foul.
Hicks doesn't get either one. Ball's tipped around and picked up this time, and a good job by Logan Hudgens. Samples with a basketball, working off the screen, looking for the cross, doesn't get it, and a good solid switch by Rose-Hulman.
Absolutely.
They had him everywhere. On the inside, they're going to call Hicks on the push in the back.
Yeah.
And as Wiggins, was trying to get position in the low post, and he did. He put his forearm right in his back. Third team foul. First foul for Terry Hicks. Nice job on the screen. They got an open look, and burying it outside was Carter Crow.
He did a great job. A little fade on off of that screen, step out. Got a big shot right there for the Grizzlies. They need that. They need the bucket right there.
Rose-Hulman by 14. Looking, and Chaplin takes the shot, doesn't get it. Rebound comes out to Hudgens. Samples with a basketball, trying to work on Harden. Gets the open look, kick out. Now it's Samples for three. Puts the shot up, can't get it. Rebound to Zurich. 66-52. Rose-Hulman with the basketball and the lead. Harden gives it up to Duff. Duff for three. Puts a shot up short. Rebound. Fought for, picked up by Chaplin. He pulls it back out. No. Duff with it. He'll put it up. He's going to go to the line and shoot two.
Ben, I'm telling you what. Vuk Juric did a great job keeping that ball alive. Found Chaplin's hand. Nice pass to Duff. Gets to the free throw line for two more free throws.
8:01 left to go in the ball game.
Rose plus 10 on the glass.
Duff puts the first one up, misses it. Substitutions in back into the ball game is Matt Krause and number 11, Zachary Jackson, the junior from Franklin, Tennessee, who's been the defensive stalwart for Rose-Hulman. He's really caused a lot of pressure in the backcourt against the Franklin guards. Duff takes that second shot, doesn't get it either, so a couple missed free throws, about 4 in a row for Rose-Hulman.
Right.
They lead by 14. It could be well up into the 18 to 20 point mark if they can hit free throws. Krause with the drive. No, kick back outside to Crow. Crow was in the corner. Now sets up for the three. Puts a shot up. Doesn't get it. Rebound to Chaplin.
He goes high for the rebound.
Max, pump, drive, shoots. Doesn't get it, and he's fouled.
Now, these are two free throws that won't be missed.
Third foul on Hudgens. Timeout called. We'll take one as well. Rose-Hulman by 14.
In Searcy, Arkansas, a young man says I love you for the first time, but his girlfriend doesn't quite hear. In Franklin, Tennessee, a boy encounters his first pickle. And in Kyle, Texas, after a mission for tots, Cousins realize they're a long way from Kyle, Texas. One day, many people, millions of orders. This is Howie Sonic.
If I crave something, I have to have it.
So what are you craving? Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there.
Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
66-52, Rose-Hulman with the lead. And again, going to the line with more free throw opportunities. This time it'll be Max Chaplin.
And I talked about it before the break. These are 2 free throws that will be made. And, you know, you could send Max to the line and go ahead and put the 2 on the board. As Max Chaplin, the exceptional free throw shooter, leads the conference in free throw shooting at 89.5%.
When we're looking at this one again, 18 points for Krause. He's the leading scorer by a long ways for Franklin. And you talked at halftime saying if you could hold him down, that would be the key for Rose-Hulman. Krause is scoring, and Rose-Hulman's been kind of answering it, and he's missed the first one of those 2 attempts. 14 each for Duff and Hicks, both of them coming off the bench to score those, and we'll kind of see what's going on.
Krause 7 for 8 from the field. Got to shut his water off.
He got the second one at 67-52, a 15-point lead. And again, defensive pressure in the back court. Zachary Jackson applying the pressure and does so on Cody Samples.
And now they're just now starting their offense at 21 seconds.
Outside is Krause. 18 points on the night for him already.
Hicks right there with him.
They're going to feed inside. Wiggins with the jump hook. Doesn't get it to go, and a rebound comes out to Kabrick. Kabrick pushing the ball up.
Good pass.
Deep pass inside the block. He doesn't get it, but Rose-Hulman will keep possession of the basketball.
He thought he had to go up and under on the other side of the basket, but if he would have gone with his left hand off the catch, he had a clear path. Krause was there for the block on the opposite side of the basket. Good play by Matt Krause.
Looking inside, they'll give it up Chaplin in the corner, and he'll pull it out and set up the offense. 20 seconds on that shot clock.
Didn't move.
Chaplin lost the basket, just lost it.
Yeah.
Feed down inside with the drive. Shots up, no good, good contest that time. Rose-Hulman with the break. Opportunity open for Chaplin in the corner. Can't get it. Rebound. Tipped around and picked up. Again, Zachary Jackson with his hands on the basketball multiple occasions. Kabrick to Jackson. Back outside to Chaplin. Chaplin will take the deep 3. Got it. Max Chaplin for 3. And it's 70-52, an 18-point lead for Rose-Hulman.
Look at Jackson. My goodness, what a game.
And Zachary Jackson might be the most valuable to the things he's done. Outside shot, open for Wiggins, can't get it. Rebound to Hicks.
Terry Hicks now rebound number 9, working on the double-double. 1 rebound away from that, a foul out high on Samples. Only team foul number 6 for the Grizzlies.
And that's almost like a complete flip because Jackson has just been all over Samples back and forth, and Samples collects the foul. Jackson hasn't collected any here in the second half.
But I like Samples providing that pressure. If you have somebody providing pressure on you, give it right back to them. It's kind of like pressing a team that likes to press, give them a little bit of taste of their own medicine, make them feel uncomfortable as well.
6th team foul for Franklin. The next one, Rose-Hulman will go to the line. Harden off the screen to Kabrick, back outside. Bowman, who checked into the ball game, is in. Uses Hicks' screen. He'll step out for the opportunity. Hicks drives, spins, puts a shot up, can't get it. Rebound comes out to Krause. He lost it. Loose ball, Hicks with the basketball. He has it on the floor, feeds. Loose ball again. Everybody's after. They're going to call the foul. It'll go against Harden.
Yeah, they end up getting that foul. And, on the other, before that, to lead all that, Krause was falling out of bounds, had to throw the ball back inbounds, and that's how the whole scrum started. But this is a 14 foul on Rose-Hulman, so it'll be an out-of-bounds situation as both teams, they're really playing hard. You like the intensity of the game. Both teams are really, really battling hard tonight.
5:38 left to go in the ballgame. They're going to wipe the sweat up as people were on the floor on
to,
this and don't want anybody to get hurt. Farnsworth, Isaac checks into the ballgame for Rose-Hulman, and Hicks will step out. Hicks has provided the huge spark that Rose-Hulman needed in the ballgame. Great amount of points off the bench, and more importantly, just his effort defensively. He's really caused problems for Franklin.
Scoring updates at Manchester. The Ravens of Anderson up 9, 67-58. Just a shade under 8 minutes ago there. Transylvania, 9 minutes ago, up 4, playing against Earlham. And then in the women's game, Rose-Hulman women at the end of the third quarter, up 20, 54-34 at Franklin.
King, they'll hand it to Crow. Crow takes a shot. He had a man in his face, and
what a rebound.
Vuk comes after that one. Vuk, lead pass to Cabrick. Cabrick with the drive, kick out in the corner. Farnsworth, he thought about shooting a three. He pulls it up. Nice feed inside to Zurich. He puts it up and in, and he's fouled. A 20-point lead for Rose-Hulman, and Vuk Zurich will go to the line to try to add it and put 21 on the board.
Man, I'm telling you what, I hope the crowd that we have here tonight is here on Sunday afternoon. What an electric place this place would be. I know people got things to do. You got study finals week coming up next week. But, can we get a few of you come to Sunday? Oh, boy, what an atmosphere here tonight.
Puts that one up, and Vuk gets the three-point play, and he is pumped, and it's a 21-point lead for Rose-Hulman as we approach 5 minutes left to go in the ball game.
And might I add, Vuk with a great haircut tonight. I like the fact that he came for the occasion looking ready to play.
Crow pulls up, doesn't get it. Zurich with the rebound, and he'll hand it to Harden, and there's numbers to the edge. Cabrick for three. It's 76-52, and they're dancing in the stands with the drive. Sample, kick it out, shots up, no good. Rebound comes out, and I'm telling you, Bowman had it. And a jump ball's been called. Possession arrow gives the ball to Rose-Hulman.
This, Herb, is the best we've seen this team look all season. They look fantastic. The way they're playing this tonight. Man, I really hope things work out to where we get a home game in the quarterfinal. This team deserves it the way they're playing right now.
And it's not one or two. It is like everybody after everything. Here comes Harden with the drive. No, Cabrick open for three. He'll put another one up. Doesn't get it. Rebound to Bowman. He's got it on the inside, and they're going to call a foul. And Krause is down under the basket. He got hit pretty hard. Just a loose scrum on that one. And he's sitting on his rear end there going, man, what do you have to do to get a rebound around here?
Willie Bowman went up high for that rebound as he has provided I mean, there's nobody for the Engineers that you could point to say, man, you know, he came in, but he really didn't give us anything. Everybody up and down the roster has really provided a spark, and here comes Miles McGowan, who started the game, had played limited minutes in the first half, coming back out here to get it. He started the game defensively, playing good defense on the first game. He played really good defense on Matt Krause, so he was comfortable enough to be out there with him again today.
And the front end of a 1-and-1 is missed by Bowman. Samples with the basketball up where the 10-second line. Krause with it outside. They'll give it up again. Krause trying to find an open look. King with the drive inside. He'll put it up, and they're going to call a blocking foul on Bowman. They're going to give 2 shots on it.
Just too strong. Look at Lynn King, 6'4" freshman with the South Bend Adams. This young man is a load. I'm talking about, here's one thing that I say, and I say this affectionately when I'm talking about football. I'm not a Colts fan, but I'm a Colts root. I'm a 49er fan. But I always wanted the Colts to have one of those, I call them a big booty SEC running backs. I say this affectionately. Lynn King, your family's watching. Please don't get mad at me. I say this out of love, out of affection. Lynn King is that type of guy. He's a thick dude. He has strength, athleticism. Man, it's going to be fun to watch this young man play over the next 3 years. I hope he continues to stay healthy and stay with it, keep working on his game, because he's got something to work with.
Timeout's called. 4:04 left to go in the ballgame. We'll return for more on Indiana Sports Network.
Sonic's $2.99 Car Hop Classic, a juicy quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a flavorful signature slinger with golden brown crispy tots. A deal so nice, you should order it twice, because it's only $2.99. Hurry in for a Car Hop Classic, ending soon.
It could be anyone. The star student, the all-state athlete. I never thought it could happen to me, that I could lose everything. I found help, I found hope, I found recovery. I regained something lost.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
(76-53), 4:04 left to go in the ball game. Rose-Hulman with the lead, and you can see and you talked about it earlier, every player that Coach Rusty Lloyd has put into the ball game has played with an exceptional amount of energy. And when they do that, this team looks drastically different than what they did even a month ago.
Right. 13 guys have touched the floor tonight. 10 of them have scored. The way you see this, the way this game has gone, 10 of them have played double-digit minutes. And so, these guys are just really playing their hearts out tonight. And this is what you wanted to see Rose-Hulman do. You wanted to come see them rise to the occasion and play well here tonight. That's exactly what they've done so far for the first 36 minutes.
Farnsworth, Kabrick, and they'll break the pressure. Farnsworth will try to drive around Crow, handles the basketball, good pressure. Kabrick back down into McGowan. McGowan looks inside, Farnsworth turn around, got it. Isaac Farnsworth for two.
Farnsworth now with 9 points on the evening. He's got a feathery touch from that mid-range, just like Doug.
Crow, and they're going to call Kabrick on the foul, said he went forward into him. As we go through. Folks, we want to thank our camera operators for today's game in Noah Gastineau, Amy Metcalf, and Dakota Sponsler. And we'll take a break right now. It's 78-53 when we return on Indiana Sports Network.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Home. It can be the family farm, a small town, or a busy city. But wherever you call home, we are where you are. The healthcare professionals of Union Health since 1892, providing compassionate healthcare of the highest quality to generations of Wabash Valley families. Union Health, healthier together.
You are watching HCAC men's basketball at Rose-Hulman on the Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
And the baseball team has shown up in the corner as you'll hear them start cheering as well. And I just missed this one. They'll hit it one more time, trying to get me messages here that I can read off of a couple things. Unless the Manchester women blow a big lead, Defiance at Rose-Hulman will be the women on Sunday. So unless there's something drastically changed, it looks like the women will play in this one at 1 o'clock on Sunday. It's 78-53.
Did they say against who? Did he say that?
Manchester. Unless Manchester blows a big lead right now, it'll be Rose-Hulman playing at home. In women's basketball, men's are yet to be determined with what's going on, but right now, Rose-Hulman looks like they can play anywhere, anytime. McGowan with the rebound. They're going to call the foul, and they'll go to the other end. And again, another good job. Miles McGowan, the freshman from Indianapolis, has really done a nice job coming in playing this year, as has another couple freshmen. And they still have a nice big guy, and when I say this, of Kozuski, which when he comes into play at 6'8", Rose-Hulman has a really solid freshman class. You're seeing a lot of them get to play tonight.
You really do, and you know, one guy that I don't think we've seen tonight has some free throw misses down the stretch. We'll talk about that, but Simon Blair, I don't think we've even seen Simon Blair tonight. Another foul quickly as a lead to more free throws for Franklin, but Simon Blair hasn't been in the game tonight. He's one of those freshman bigs that we've seen fairly consistently tonight. As Franklin waved the white flag, they're bringing in five subs. They're bringing in.
They're clearing the bench.
They're clearing the bench. Matt Krause's night is over, and Roasted Lloyd, I believe, will do the same thing here.
And here they come.
And Blair getting ready to come in the game.
Simon Blair will check into the ball game.
Yep. Here comes Nunn.
Sam Nunn into the ball game for Rose-Hulman. And at the line will be Lynn King, the freshman from South Bend. Again, watching him play, doesn't look like a freshman. He plays much bigger and much stronger.
He's strong, man.
And when he gets his man body into him, we're going to see some big things out of him.
Yeah.
78-54 is the score, 24-point lead, 3:14 left to go in the ball game. The big thing for Rose-Hulman right now, and Coach Wesley Lloyd's going to call the timeout to make sure it happens, is they don't want to fade away in this ball game. You're watching Indiana Sports Network.
At Lynn's Pharmacy, we're more than just your pharmacist. We're your neighbors.
Our kids go to the same schools.
We eat at the same restaurants.
We sit next to you in church.
When I listen to a symptom.
When I fill a prescription.
When I offer advice, I'm not just helping a customer. I'm helping my neighbor and a friend. My name is Lynn Hofstetter, and I'm the proud owner of Lynn's Pharmacy, a modern pharmacy with old-fashioned values and personal service dedicated to keeping you, your family, and our community healthy since 1872.
Here at Lynn's Pharmacy, downtown Brazil.
It's time for the
78-54. Lynn King at the line to take his second shot.
I'd like to get Duff and Kaberg out of the game as soon as possible.
Shots up and good. Substitution for Franklin. They cleared the bench.
Yeah,
they want to make sure everybody gets a chance to play. David Aarons, the junior from Sweetster, Indiana, is playing defense on the ball right there, and they'll give it up to Duff to Kabrick. We'll try to get you some of the other guys that are in on this one, trying to force a double team. Kabrick will get it over to Duff as they'll run clock down, will Rose-Hulman, just trying to get things taken care of. Duff with the runner. He gets that one buried. It's 80-55.
Let's get a sub in here for Duff here. Here we go. Here we go.
Outside, they'll get him up to Tharp. Mason Tharp, errant pass. Duff has an open man, leads to Kabrick, puts a shot up and in. Jackson Kabrick, it's 82-55. Bostic with the basketball for Franklin. To Bruce. Hunter Bruce gives it up to Tharp. Mason Tharp. Stolen away.
Look out.
To Duff, and Duff dunks the basketball, and the crowd goes crazy. Substitution timeout as Rose-Hulman will empty and put the rest in. For Rose-Hulman, number 13 is Eddie Simon Jr., a freshman from St. Louis, Missouri. Number 32 is Henry Kozuski. We met his parents early. He's a freshman from Naperville, Illinois. And as well as, I'm missing the other one, 35 is Josiah McGee, a sophomore from Loveland, Ohio.
Craig McGee's little brother.
Three-point shot up and no good this time. And Rose-Hulman nope, they lost the rebound out of bounds. I will say this.
Yes.
Tharp, his grandfather was one of the good friends I had. He's a Cascade kid. His grandfather was one of the coaches at Cascade and an athletic director I spent a lot of time with. Really good guy.
Fantastic.
Shots up and good this time by Ryan Bostic, a freshman from Indianapolis.
went to Decatur Central. That was a smooth-looking shot there, wasn't it?
And they're gonna call it out of bounds. 1:45 left to go in the ball game. Number 10, Ron Farrell, the sophomore from Sammamish, Washington. I think I said that right too. Sammamish. I tried that one and that was one. And no, I have not been there. So
okay.
Okay. With the drive, loose ball picked up and out of bounds. It'll still be Franklin basketball. 84-57. Rose-Hulman with the lead. 137. I'm telling you, if this crowd comes out like this on Sunday, it will be a crazy place here. They're really enjoying themselves cheering for this one. Ahrens with a basketball. He's trying to drive. No, he'll pull it back out. 3-point shots up and no good. Rebound, fought for, out of bounds. They'll say it'll be Rose-Hulman basketball. Next player to come in. Again, Josiah McGee back into the ball game. They move him in, move him back out.
6 guys you're trying to rotate for 5 spots. You know, here, honestly, the last 6 at the end of the bench. You know, if Franklin would agree to play 6-on-6, it'd be perfect, wouldn't it?
It really would be. There's a 3-point opportunity and doesn't get it. Everybody's trying to score here. Everybody wants in the ball game, try to get a score. 1:13 left to go. We're going to shoot free throws.
And just, boy, just a fantastic game here for Rose-Hulman as they just winning in dominant fashion here tonight. Playing from tip to horn.
And I will say this kind of crowd support hasn't happened in 2 years.
Yeah, hasn't been able to.
And haven't been able to, and that's the big thing right now.
Football team, as we said, baseball team just finished their practice tonight in here to cheer on their team, and boy, it's just you see all the students in here that got fed a great food, and you just like what you see here tonight and feel.
Simon Blair back into the ball game, the freshman from Wagoner, Oklahoma. Still trying to play defense, stolen away, none with the basketball, so 2-on-1. He feeds it down inside, lost the basketball. Good attempt for Ron Farrell, who couldn't haul it in.
That was going to put it on a dime there, trying to feed, thread the needle between 2 Franklin Grizzlies. That's a low percentage pass at this point in the game with this unit.
84-57, a minute left to go as we're under that minute mark. Bruce, pull-up shot is no good, and a rebound comes out to Rose-Hulman. With it, the big guy, and he's going to lead pass out there. Here comes Ron Farrell. He fed it inside, got the assist up and in. Number 13 is Eddie Simon Jr., the freshman from St. Louis, and he scores a basket. Big long 3, got it. Nice shot that time by David Ahrens.
He's a big freshman from Sweetster, Indiana. Sweet serve, not sweet stir, sweet serve. Have you been there?
Sweetster, I have not been to that one either.
Okay, all right.
And we're going to run it out here. 10 seconds left. 10 seconds left to go on this one. Rose-Hulman's going to come away with a huge victory.
Wow.
86-60, and they're asking him to go in and dunk the ball. He won't do it. Rose-Hulman wins 86-60. And you'll see the team shake hands, and then we'll watch the team as they thank the crowd. I guarantee you they're going to thank them for this one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was an interesting game in terms of how hard Rose-Hulman played this basketball game.
Absolutely, and boy, I tell you, the fans got treated tonight to a fantastic effort, and what a game, what an atmosphere that we have here tonight at the Hulbert Arena. Just so happy that fans were able to come out and enjoy this fantastic basketball game.
And here comes the team. They'll head towards the middle and thank the crowd. They thank the other side. You can see them. Then they'll turn around and thank this side. And I'm telling you, the crowd went crazy. The fans were up. The football team was out, as well as the rest of the student body. And they love the opportunity to play here. When Hulbert Arena goes crazy like this, it gets loud, and they're proud of their fighting engineers.
Man, I tell you, just fantastic. Just fantastic.
And they're asking all of them to come back on Sunday. Okay, so what we're being told is we will be here for the women's game on Sunday, and the men's game is still up in the air. We've got about 30 minutes before we post or figure out if the men are going to be playing at home. We're anticipating they are. With the kind of win they had, that also adds to the power rankings if you defeat somebody. If the women and the men do this and make it through, then we're going to go at 1 and 3 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Again, check and come back to the website here at Rose-Hulman and check and see. But it'll be 1 and 3 o'clock, and you can check the website here at Rose-Hulman or on Indiana Sports Network. We'll have that for you. But we know we're going to be broadcasting on Sunday. It'll be the first round of the HCAC tournament where the Rose-Hulman women will play at 1 o'clock.
And that's a fantastic opportunity for the women to get a home game as they, right now on the three line. And so we'll see what happens tonight. Obviously, they're still up 13 at the end of the fourth quarter, and so a big effort there at Franklin for the Rose-Hulman win and getting a win there. Hopefully holding on to that number 3 seed, and we'll see what happens and who they face on Sunday afternoon. Hopefully right here at 1 o'clock.
And they're screaming because they have a student who's going to win a prize, and so they're trying to get him to come down and claim his prize as they're texting, or in this case, they're going to call a phone or yell him out. So, again, they're checking to see if somebody's phone rings. I wish I had somebody's number. That would have been fun.
That's right.
Rose-Hulman again wins this ball game 86-60. Again, fans, 1 o'clock for the women's game, 3 o'clock for the potential men's game. And we're going to say, we think it's going to happen, but you can't say until 30 minutes after.
Yeah, Transylvania is still up halfway through the second half. Anderson still up. Last 5 minutes of the game, double digits there at Manchester. So that, both of those look good. Bluffton and Defiance had a very tight one. Bluffton up 3 over Defiance. Defiance right now is the number 3 seed. So, some of these games that are of major consequence. We know Rose-Hulman women already won, and we know the Bluffton Beavers women already won. Those are 2 things that really kind of solidifies the women getting a home game here. So, just the men, we're going to have to wait and see what this Defiance Bluffton game does. Last game of the night, because of the doubleheader there at Bluffton, going to go down to the wire. The Bluffton men in 10th spot, trying to upset Defiance in a rivalry game. They're nasty. You know all about that.
It's a rivalry game. There's only a couple that are bigger than that, and they're not in a conference. Again, opportunities abound. Hopefully we'll have both of those games for you on Sunday. We know we're going to have one. Check back again on Rose-Hulman website or on Indiana Sports Network. I'm telling you, we had a great time this evening. It was 86-60. Rose-Hulman with the victory. Walter Gordon's my partner. I'm Herb King. We're going to say so long until Sunday when you come back to watch again. It'll be Rose-Hulman Athletics here from the Hulbert Arena for the first round of the HCAC tournament in women, and hopefully it's the men. You've been watching Indiana Sports Network.
This game is presented by the Indiana Army National Guard.
This program is a copyrighted production of Indiana Sports Network and cannot be shown, reproduced, or redistributed in any way or in any form without prior written permission from Indiana Sports Network.